Welcome to Aberhall Junction on one of my quick 5-minute basic videos. I mentioned last week that I was getting some first radius track from Hattons. There it is there's a nice loop, half a loop. And many people very quickly said, be careful, you'll have to change all your locos and change all your wagons, change all your coaches. So I'm sending my class 121 back to house, not back to house, but to house to get reblown tomorrow. I bought a blank chip, and there'll be a link up there somewhere to my mistakes. So before I send it back, I thought I'd give it a quick run around the first radius curve. Just for context, we're in this right hand side, as I normally show this track plan of my layout. It's a bit underneath the mountain. I'll put an overlay on this now so you can see it properly, but anyway, we're in this section here, and as you can see, this red inner loop is very tight indeed. It's the anti-clockwise loop of my two circuits, necessitated by the fact that there's an industrial area here, and obviously I'm just restricted for space. So yes, I've gone for first radius. It's all contained underneath the mountain, so you won't actually see it. But yeah, can my locos get round it, or do I need to buy new ones? I've got a class 37 and a class 121 currently. So this is the first run. You're going to see it the same as I do, and if this derails or breaks or whatever, you can watch it with me. So anyway, here comes my class 121. If I actually select the right loco, here comes my class 121 from Dapol. Let's see what she makes of the curve. Here she comes. I'll try her slow in case something disastrous happens. Obviously she's sticking out quite a way there on the side, but she's through. There we go. So can a class 121 get around a first radius loop? The answer is yes. Let's have a little listen. Yeah, no bother. Obviously, for track clearances purposes, my little Pico 6-foot weigh gauge, I may well, stick maybe to the set track side and make it a little bit bigger, because it does stick out a bit as it goes round. But yeah, as you can see, no problem there at all. Pleased with that. So yeah, I could have my class 121 do the job. Give me 1 second and I'll get the class 37 lined up. Okay, now it's the turn of the class 37 into the loop. Gee, sounds a bit crunchy anyway. Oh. Now that is put under more pressure. Obviously there's 6 wheels per bogie on this, and it definitely, yes, that is put under a bit of strain. Let's bring her back the other way, see how she behaves. She doesn't sound so crunchy coming this way. Anyway, let's have a look at what happens now. Yes, that is under a bit more stress. However, it's not catastrophic. But yeah, a bit more pressure than the class 121. So yeah, the purpose of the video isn't suggesting by any extent that you should go for first radius curves. Obviously we would all avoid them if we can, but people with smaller layouts, like myself, who want a lot of operationability, if that's a word, you sometimes have to push the envelope. And like inclines, which will be my next video, and short, tight radius curves, unfortunately, is sometimes part of the trade-off. But yeah, suffice to say, both locos that I currently have will get round. I probably will invest in a tank engine or something, which can do it with ease. And obviously I haven't tried these going at speed yet. But yeah, I think it's suffice to say, I think they're okay. I'll speed this one up a bit and see what happens. Yeah, there's definitely some grind in there that the Class 121 didn't experience. So I won't be running the Class 37 at speed, that's for sure. What I'll do now quickly is run the Class 121 at a bit more speed and see how she behaves. So that's about 60%. Yeah, absolutely no problems at all compared to the Class 37. That's up at a bit more, 65–70%. Yeah, the tone of the wheels on the track didn't change at all, so I'm happy that the Class 121 can do the job for me. So my internal red loop, the anti-clockwise circuit, can be done by my Class 121. Ideal, I don't have to go out and buy a new loco. And if you've got a Class 121, it seems to handle it fine. This is a Dapple Class 121, not the new Bachmann one. Class 37, which is a Vitrains one, did seem to struggle a bit more, however, can still get around there. For both of them, track clearances, tunnels, etc, etc, I will give myself a bit more space than I would do if they were second radius curves. And the beauty of this track, and of course the reason why I've been forced to do it, is because, whatever that is there, spider. The reason I've been forced to do it is, this is going to short up my train here, is you can get the whole thing done within 76 centimeters. Apologies if that's a bit shiny. There we go. Yeah, so the reason why I've been forced to do this, of course, is because of space. And this gets the whole thing done, the whole radius returned, or the whole loop returned, within 76 centimeters, which is great. It allows me to have a second radius curve then, outside of this one. So yeah, there'll be a second radius curve coming around outside here. And yeah, I get two loops in a very small space. So if you have a Class 121 or a Class 37, and you want to know if it can go around first radius curves, the answer is yes. For the Class 37, I probably wouldn't recommend it too often, but the Class 121 seemed to be fine. If you've got any other different experiences, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I'll be doing a video on the Dapple Class 121 once I get it reblown from Howes. Anyway, I hope that's been of interest to you. Thanks a lot for coming, I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe down below. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Let's push the boundaries. A wise man once said to me, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So this is what is physically possible. It's not something I'm recommending. However, I am going to use my Class 121 on the first radius curves, so I'll let you know how I get on.